R2, and it's the upcoming new entry-level Rivian SUV. While pricing for the full-size Rivian R1S SUV starts above $75,000, pricing for this will start closer to $45,000. And it's smaller, too, although it keeps the same distinctive Rivian styling. Today, I'm going to take you on a thorough tour of the new Rivian R2 and show you all of its quirks and features. Today's video is sponsored by Cars and Bids, which is like the Model Y. To illustrate that, the Rivian R1S is 200.8 inches long. The R2 is about 185 inches long, so over a foot shorter, and that sizing makes the R2 almost exactly the same size as the Tesla Model Y. So you can see about where it's going to fit into the lineup. And pricing is similar too. Rivian says this will start right around $45,000 for a base model R2. That's a big discount compared to the $75,000 plus base price of the R1S, but it's quite similar to the Tesla Model Y, which also starts right around 45 grand. As for production, Rivian says the R2 will go on sale sometime in the first half of 26, so about a year and a half from now, which means it's still pretty far out, and this is a very early pre-production model, so I'm not going to get behind the wheel and drive it, but instead I'll take you on a thorough tour of the quirks and features. So we climb inside the R2, and the first thing you notice in here is that the interior has this sort of cool, sporty, adventurous, minimalist kind of vibe to it. All around, those are the words that I would use to describe it. Maybe most interestingly, it has a very similar look to the interior of the R1S, which is pretty impressive given the price point differences between the two vehicles. This really does feel sort of like a baby R1S at a more reasonably affordable price tag. And there's a lot of cool stuff in here. For example, you have a glove box over on the passenger side. You can open up for storage, of course, but you also have another glove box in the center of the dashboard at the bottom. You can open up for even more storage. And if that's not enough, you have this pull-out storage tray at the base of the center console where you can, of course, put more stuff to store it, and you can pop out some cup holders at the top of the center console for your drinks, or you can push them back into the center console and keep them safe there so they're not cluttering up your minimalist interior. Other cool storage items, you have this surface here in the center console